Hello guys and welcome back. I just wanted to quickly show you a small, brief tutorial about how to level new characters in Grim Dawn. This would also assume that you have Grim Dawn, you have Forgotten Gods, you have Ashes of Malmouth, you have all of the expansions because you are going to need all of them in order to perform this trick. Also, Crucible is very, very useful, and I'll explain why in a second. But first, let's see what exactly did I do to prepare for this. So I'm on my high-level character here, which is a Warlord. Um, I'm going to just go into any difficulty. I can already show you the kind of items that I already amassed to prepare to level a new guy. My new guy is going to be a Conjurer, so I figured out I'm going to give summoning a shot in early levels, and if that doesn't work, you can always do the Trusted Devouring Swarm leveling, which is pretty good. But let's see some little tips and tricks that can significantly boost the accessibility that you have early game and the comfort that you can get to leveling of a new character. Over the years, Crate games have increasingly made it easier for us to level new characters, and we're going to use all of those little quality of life improvements in order to progress further. So for now, I'm going into my shared stash. This is what I prepared so far. I have a full Lokar set, which is not that complicated to farm. I have some premium iron bars for later on when I'm actually going to need some cash. Very important, a Savior's Merit. This can only be bought in Ultimate from the vendor in Forgotten Gods. So you go to Forgotten Gods first Rift, which is Conclave of the Three, and right as you spawn there, you go forward, and there's going to be 3 NPCs. Next, there's the stash guy. There's going to be another NPC that can sell you iron bars, and when you go down next to the smith to the left, you're going to find an NPC that can sell you Savior's Merit. What this is going to do, it's going to unlock every single rift or waypoint, if you're not comfortable with the word rift, in normal and elite difficulties, and it's also going to consider that you did every single special point for normal and elite. In other words, killing Ludra, for example, in Broken Hills will not reward you with another point, another attribute point, because it's going, once you use this item, it's going to be considered as if you would have done it, and it's going to already give you 4 attribute points the second you click on Savior's Merit. So let's recap. What did I do? Tonic of Mending, Elixir of Spirit, some Aether Crystals. You never know, if you're leveling too fast, you might need a couple of more to activate a few shrines. Some Dynamite, because it's always cool to get as many Devotion Shrines as you can. Potion of Clarity, first item of real interest. You can buy this from Ashes of Malmouth expansions, and you simply go to... Oh, come on, I'm really bad with the map. I apologize. You go to Steelcap District Rift, and the faction vendor there will sell you, once you are max reputation, Potions of Clarity. Lokar set can be done by farming Lokar with a secret quest. I will not tend to spoil this for you, but you can definitely Google Lokar secret quest to find out how you do it. He is the first, and I would argue weakest Celestial that you can kill. He drops one of his 4 items on kill, and when you complete the set, the most important thing that you need to note is, first, these items are extremely powerful for level 1, like supremely powerful. Second, they give 40% experience gained and 1 plus all skills when the set is combined, which is again is incredibly powerful. Now the other thing that I did is scrap. You never know if you're going to gather enough. You need to blow a few bridges, get to some inaccessible areas. I got 9 royal jelly because once I get to Rovers, there's that quest to give in 3 jellies in order to finish a quest, and I want that quest to be simply instant and not care about it. And the other thing that I did is just simply I set some items here that are for summoning. Not all of them are going to be used. I might simply find that Devouring Swarm is faster. So first step is gather in your shared stash something like this. You might even have a very specific path in mind, such as, oh, I really want to get that specific shrine in my way and I need like an ancient heart or a specialized component, I don't bother too much. Once you use the Savior's Merit, you can simply teleport to any rift, and every single devotion shrine that's important can be done in about 20 minutes in both normal and elite put together once you get to ultimate difficulty and you have enough levels. So just ignore devotion shrines, and I'll show you what to do next. So I go down to my guy, which is called Silent Mob, but I don't go into the main campaign. I go into the Crucible of the Dead. Why do I do that? Well, I do that simply because in the Crucible of the Dead, and this is a tip for any further expansion, both the inventory guy and the assistant, quote unquote, the one that helps you transmute or that helps you blow up items for components, they will have maximum abilities to do anything you want without doing any quest. So for example, if I go here to Inventor, Ancient Inventor, I already can dismantle items without doing the Dynamite quest with this character, and I can already transmute items without even going into Forgotten Gods content, let alone finishing the series of 2 or 3 quests that one of the NPCs gives there in order to unlock transmutation. So I can already transmute at level 1 without any kind of issues. I come here simply because, hey, this guy has my inventory. So when I go to town, no matter the difficulty, I will not need to first kill the summoner in order to get to town. So I already have access to my stash. I'm just gonna put everything in, and then because the next part is actually one of those little, you can do it if you're on standard mode and not hardcore. I'm just gonna put these things here because I like to annoy future characters that I have. I'm gonna look around my shared session and be like, what the heck is this green stuff? So, full set is done. Let me show you a little thing that you can do that not a lot of people know that they can do. If you start Crucible and you simply die, the game doesn't see it as a death. The game sees it as, oh, he actually completed the first trial. So something very interesting is going to happen once I die here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I move on to level 2 because the game doesn't know it, and it thinks that the reality of the fact is that I finished it. And you can go here, you can check out some things, you can see if you can get some good items, or at least you can get some components that might be slightly useful early on. Second step is I cannot use Savior's Merit here because you need to be in the proper game mode. There's also a merit for Crucible, but we're not really interested in that right now. So what I'm going to do now is go from Crucible to main game. Once it loads up, because loading times are kind of impressive in Grim Dawn. I have no idea why it's moving so slow, but it is, and I apologize. I'm going to go to single player, non-Crucible mode, right? The regular campaign mode. And I'm going to activate the merit, and you're going to see exactly what happens. So when I activate the merit, boom, 5 points available. Every single quest that gives a skill point or an attribute point is going to be considered as having been done. I can just pump up Physique because I need it. Next, I'm going to go into Shaman because Shaman is already a supremely fast leveling build. As you noticed, I had 7 points, right? And that's because also the skill points are considered having been done. I don't need to be here anymore. I already activated the merit, so now what we're going to do is, and you're not going to believe this, I'm going straight to Ultimate, baby. Yeah, a brave choice, I know, but you'll see in a second why. Once we are in Ultimate, I will have you know that if you are not high enough level to allow things to scale up to your level, what's going to happen is monsters will have to scale down to your level. Which means, right now, I'm simply level 2, but so are the monsters, although this is Ultimate. And when I do something like this, and move around, boom. Did you notice that? Is that not the fastest leveling you've ever seen? I mean, sure, it's gonna cost a lot of mana, but look at this. Like, I killed 2 zombies. Boom, almost level. This is the best thing ever. And it's perfectly legit. It's intended. Nothing bad is going to happen. You should never feel like you've cheated or done anything bad about it because it's intended. Again, Crate is simply giving us the tools required for us to be able to farm faster and do more things. Yeah, and simply put, this dumb thing, which is Devouring Swarm, is absolutely retarded. You can probably level really comfortably up until like level 50 with it and not even break a sweat. Technically speaking, once you scale down into normal mode or elite mode, because we're not going to be in ultimate until the very end of the campaign, what the hell, that'd be insanity. What we're going to see is we're going to actually go and do the first quest. And the reason why we're going to do the first quest is because we're going to get to a very proper level. I want you to have a look. So no waypoints are unlocked for ultimate. They are only unlocked for normal and elite, because once you use the merit, the game is forced to consider you as having finished those particular quests in normal and elite, right? I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna put my points in. Right now I don't even need them. Devouring Swarm is already like ridiculous. Absolutely disgusting. So, I'm level 8. I'm about to face my guy. I'll have to let you know that monsters deal a lot of damage now. It's kind of difficult. So, did you notice that I killed enough monsters there to just simply level up like one entire level? Yeah, but they scale up really fast. So right now I'm like on they're level 7 or 8, but soon they're going to be very tanky. And at that point it's kind of impossible to be able to level up. There's no point in me trying to kill the Aether Crystal. It's going to take 5 years. And this is also going to take 5 years. And for this I kind of really apologize. However, nothing we can do about it, ladies and gentlemen. We have to push through. This is the boring part. This is going to take about a minute. It's going to take more than a minute. You know what? Let's try and see what happens if I also Grasping Vines him. Yeah. Again, I apologize, but it's kind of required for you to see this part. Sometimes I just get bored and I'm like, okay, like my spirit pod is on cooldown. I can't do anything. I'm just gonna crap him again. Then I come here. I ignore the D's. I just talk. I get a full level. And then we just move back. So sometimes when I get bored or I run out of energy, I just go do the quest and already look, 15 points. I can literally do whatever I want with this character, so let's just say that I'm going to try having a bit of a summon guy and see what happens. Oh, come on, stop showing me tutorials. Okay, so the guy is doing really good damage, like early levels. The guy's doing really good damage. I already have a final march that's 5% fizz resist. It's amazing. And now we simply go back to town. And I should have invested in the pet along. Like, that would have saved you a very painful minute. Remember, my Potion of Clarity is still running. I went from like 15 to 22. Cool. I went from 22 to 23. Cool again. I went to almost 25. This is pretty nice. So now I have 27 points that I can do with them whatever I want. Let's see, I'm going to be a conjurer, so I better be an occultist. Right, going back to shaman. Shaman is the best. Shaman is just absolutely fucking ridiculous leveling. Speed and capacity and other things. Right. Go here. We're going to activate this. We're going to go to Occultist. Unfortunately, Blood of Dreeg is a bit too far, but that's fine. Because right now I'm just interested in reducing their physical resist for my pet. I already have the Aether Fragments there. I'm done with that. Now I just have to go here and give some scrap, get another level. Which I already do. And now I'm going to try to do the Slith quest. I'm already level 30. Technically speaking, if I simply decide to exit here, go into normal mode, and just start farming out of normal, it can be very easily handled like that. But since I'm level 30, yeah, I can definitely do that without any kind of issue. Okay. +2 to the Locust Swarm. Really good. I also have like a medal and a pet ring. All right. Let's see if we can take on the Slith, but I have this suspicious feeling that we're going to do just fine. Mind you, you can even be more prepared than that. You can do the crate quest if you like to. Once you do the crate quest, you're going to be able to do a lot more than just this. Okay. Now, the issue here is that these guys are pretty tanky. Dot quests are really, really strong though. Never doubt it. The only problem is the scalability of ultimate is just so stupid. Look at my HP, for example. My HP is just ridiculous. I have no chance in hell to actually kill most of these rares. Again, you don't even need to do this. All you need to do is simply finish, get to level 30, and you can go into normal mode and start farming. But we're not going to do that. We're going to try our best to farm these guys. With one major problem. Everything has huge vitality resist. And I did this scaling decision a bit poorly, in which I literally did not take that into account. I have no reduction in vitality resistance. One of the very simple reasons being I have no devotion points, except that one devotion point at the start. So these guys, for example, do some poison and they pretty much have some vitality resistance. As you can see, not the best thing in the world for me. Really, really hard to take these guys out. The slits are a bit easier, but right now the level scaling has slowed down quite significantly. And as you can see, the XP is really low. Again, I need to remind you guys that this is just fully optional. You don't need to do this. Once you've done the dynamite, the scrap and the dynamite, the Ether Crystal quest. Bad mistake twice in a row. Once you've done those quests and you're level 30, you are now level 30. You can go do whatever you want. There's not really a build that needs more than 30 levels for it to start feeling like it's your build. That's a lot of points. We go straight here. Problem is, poison is extremely bad when you have -2 poison resistance. I'm just gonna try to isolate this guy and see what happens. And again. I really need to change my stuff. So I'm gonna put Barathorn on 4. I'm gonna put Devil's Form on 2. Every time he hits me with poison, I literally have to be extremely careful. I need to have like a... Ah, there we go. I'm dead. And he has 8 HP back. Well, this is what happens when you're greedy, boys and girls. I still got to level 31. If I had done this, I would have been like level 32. Already the scaling is starting to catch up with me quite a lot. So all of a sudden, it's not going to be as good. From now on, don't risk it. There's literally no point to it. You could have just went very clearly into regular content, and it would have been so much better than this. Thanks for watching, and that's how you level a mismatched transmogrified character to level 30 or 35 if you're better than me, obviously. And you pick a non-dot skill, and then you can go in simply into normal. You're going to have all of the waypoints unlocked, and yeah, you go normal, and everything's going to be here. One last thing that I would like to mention, make sure that you reach all of the factions that you're interested in any playthrough, be it normal or elite. I suggest in normal you finish with Ashes of Malmouth at least, and Forgotten Gods the first few quests, because it doesn't matter how many, for example, how many Chthonians you kill, they will not reward the Barrowholm reputation unless you have talked with Barrowholm and there's a bar. So right now, for example, I only have Devil's Crossing, sorry. If I didn't have Devil's Crossing, no matter how many Ethereals and Chthonians and Crawling Gang I would kill, I would not get reputation. So you need to unlock the bars first, and then you're going to start getting reputation. Finish one playthrough completely. You can skip most of Elite. My suggestion is just finish normal up until Ashes of Malmouth so you can get Malmouth resistance reputation if it's important to you, and then move on to the next difficulty. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good one and have fun leveling.